Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Wakfu episode 10 of the third season. Yeah, last time we got a very hard episode. It is difficult to explain how this season has been progressing, because from the beginning we had a harsh reality. We got, of course, the attempt of kidnapping the two children of Pinpin and Evangeline herself, because they need their child, the unborn child. So yes, it has been a harsh reality, obviously, because we're dealing with harder, not harder, darker topics in this series. It's genuinely dark once you start to think about it, especially because the one who was in charge of the kidnapping was a former friend, especially the brother of Hugo in this case. And yes, we have been progressing into this dark place. But in the beginning of the series, you see that, oh yes, this is hard, this is harsh, but everything is going to turn out well in the end. Now we reach episode 9, and even though with your warnings I was supposed to be ready for this, but actually in the end I wasn't ready. I mean, it's not a secret that Evangeline is one of my favorite characters in all of Wakfu lore. She's one of my favorites because she is amazing. And I genuinely mean that. I mean that she's very skillful, she's very strong, she's very centered in her mind, she's very focused on what she needs to be done, on their goals, and not just her goals, the goals of the entire crew. And she's very capable of defending herself. Hell, even we saw that while she was pregnant. So yeah, that speaks volumes of the capabilities of Evangeline. And of course, again, it's not a secret that when the series starts, in the first and the second season, and hell, even in the third season, I think, I always find Evangeline one of the most beautiful characters in this show. So yeah, I like Evangeline as a whole. And it's hard for me to watch what we saw in the last few seconds of the last episode, because yes, we saw a pregnant Evangeline that was trying to protect her unborn baby being attacked by one of the most despicable villains that I have seen so far. And yes, I know, she makes a great villain. That is what a villain is supposed to be. You're supposed to hate that villain. And yes, you love to hate Toxin. But man, she is a bitch. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't ready and I want to know what is going to happen next. What is going to happen with Evangeline. I think I start to ramble way too much in this intro because there are things that I forget to say in the commentary of the last video. So yeah, I'm trying to say it in the opening so I do not forget about them. But anyway, yes, I think I really start to ramble right now. So yeah, let's just cut all of these and watch the next episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched several times this 10th episode of the series. And the more I think about it, this is probably one of the most intense episodes of Wakfu so far. And when you think about it, when you start to analyze this episode, honestly, it's not much. There is not grand battles, there is not this amazing spectacle of a fight, or a lot of drama moments, a lot of drama periods, because yeah, those tends to be intense too. But no, basically this is just the birth of a child. That's it. Yes, it's the birth of a demigod, the son of the Yop god. My guess is this happened while Pinpin was still a Yop god, so therefore their kids are, well, kind of share that power. But the intensity came, of course, from the beginning to the end. This whole episode is way too intense. Again, for the topic that they portrayed in here. It is an interesting case of the topic being something as common as, well, giving birth and making it into this intense level that we saw here. My commentary, I think, is going to be short because there is not much to tell. Basically, it's just Evangeline giving birth. And of course, I got information, I don't know if this was said before, but for me it's new information that actually what type of demigod was Lady Echo. And in this case, sorry, in this case she was an Eniripsa, I think is the correct pronunciation. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That's how I read it, Eniripsa. Eniripsa, I don't know which one is better, honestly. I don't know what is the correct pronunciation, but that is basically what she is. She is the demigod of the Eniripsa goddess, or Oniripsa, I don't know. Correct me or tell me in the comments how I should pronounce this name. But yes, it is genuinely a moment of intensity. I cannot change that word because I think that is the best way to describe this episode. Of course, we have some badass moment in here because, yeah, last time we saw the arrow of Toxin, or that thing from Toxin that was directly towards the baby, because yes, my guess that was the intention of Toxin, that she just wants to kill something. And in this case, if she can kill two beings with one shot, what is the best way of doing it? By, well, trying to kill a pregnant woman and his child. Her child, sorry. Luckily, the baby is such a badass that he just hold the freaking thing with his bare hands and, yeah, hold it together. And of course this upset the baby, and it was not a good thing to upset this baby, because he is the son of a demigod. Therefore he has the power of a, not the son of a demigod, the son of a god, one of the major ones, and he has the power of one of the strongest ones in this universe, according to what this same season has told me. So yeah, poor decision making on Toxin's behalf. We have this, that yes, this is the moment in which the baby wants to be born, and the intensity of the moment is what Oropo said, that this is a battle of wills against a baby, but the will of this baby is so intense that he starts to destroy the tower that Oropo was holding together. Because yes, once you start to think about it, the Tower of Oropo is completely impractical. It's not supposed to be standing up the way it's formed. It's way too tall, the structure is not the correct one, it's way too chaotic. So yes, it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. So yes, the will of Oropo is the thing that is holding the tower together, and when he's facing a very strong will, I don't know if it's a stronger will than Oropo, but it's genuinely strong, which is again ironic coming from a baby. Yeah, everything started to go down, and literally Oropo, or the best thing that Oropo could do is destroy the tower, hold the pieces, hold some parts in which his brothers and sisters are, because yeah, the gods did not have major problems, except for obviously the panty-obsessed one, and they are kind of fine in that moment. But yeah, the intensity came by this battle of wills, the birth. And of course, we saw the different aspects of different characters in this moment. That yes, they are kind of useless. All of them are kind of useless. That none of them are able to really withstand this fight, and they can't do anything about it. They are just witness into this battle without really knowing what the hell was going on. Yeah, Pinpin was there alongside with Goltar. They were, what the hell? And they are worried, but they cannot move. Hugo and company are trying to reach the point in which they believe they can go out, but of course everything is falling apart. And yes, we have our traitor that was released by Datura, which she didn't give any more information. She didn't give any information, but she wasn't happy how this... I thought it was kind of a chameleon, but actually it wasn't. It was a different creature. I don't know if it's a demigod or is one of the servants of the demigods. Please clarify that for me in the comments, if it's not a spoiler. But yes, it is all this chaos, all thanks to the birth of a baby. And yes, I love the way they behave, because again, it's such a common thing even for our world. Yeah, obviously, different circumstances are in this Wakfu world, but yeah, it's relatively common for us too. Perhaps not to witness a childbirth, but it's a common thing that happens every single day in our planet. But of course, the powers that are involved in this world kind of make this a lot more entertaining. Hell, yes, I think that is the correct word, because this is a lot more entertaining to see the birth of a child. And yes, I love how they have to use not only the Elia Cube, the Wakfu from the Elia Cube, but the actual 6 Eliatrope Dofus to hold the tower together. All this power has to be used thanks to the will of this baby. And yes, I know I will sound like a scratched record by repeating myself so much, but this child is showing so much power that I cannot wait to see how they are going to deal with the original gods, the really, really strong gods. Yeah, it is a fascinating topic still for me. Anyway, yeah, we saw Adamai that is trying to say, okay, I don't want to be dealing with this problem right now, and he's kind of protecting the rest, well, in this case Flopping, Lady Echo, and of course Evangeline from the damage of the falling tower. And yeah, I said it in the reaction and I said it again, that smile from Adamai is so creepy. I still cannot get over the fact that it looks so creepy. But anyway, while this battle was taking place, the power kind of tore apart the costume of Oropo, and we can see the mouth that is kind of humanoid mouth, and yeah, it looks like a human, of course, a very powerful human. But of course, later on, after this happens, the tower is being destroyed, and they kind of use a more practical approach for the tower, kind of going back or going down, and on the ground. After, of course, the battle of wills against the baby, yeah, which was intense, yeah, everything went down, and they kind of approach. This still has no importance so far, the reveal of part of the face of Oropo. So far, it's not relevant to the plot. It's relevant to us for this moment, at least if it's the first time you saw the episode. It's important to you because you don't know how he looks like, so you want to know. But again, it's not plot relevant. It's just something that you want to see because of your curiosity. But of course, that is not important as in this moment. Of course, now that everything is on the ground level, it's a lot easier for our heroes to connect between each other. And of course, we hear the crying of a baby. Goltar believes his pig been beaten, and Pinpin is not sure. So he asks his former master and son, again, it sounds weird, it doesn't matter, to throw him in the air so he can see what is going on. He saw that it's actually the baby that has been born. He's static and he has to be thrown again, not as well, not with as much strength as before, and he's thrown, but now towards the baby. Of course, Eleli saw his father fly by, and he's running after him. Pinpin lands a few, I don't know, a few yards behind, of course, our family, not complete family, and Lady Echo. And he just runs towards them and gives them a big hug. In this moment is one of the happiest moments I have seen, because finally this family that really, really needed to be reunited is reunited again. And the happening and the happiness that we saw in this moment. Pinpin is so happy, Evangeline is so happy, Floppin is so happy because his father is fine, Evangeline saw his husband that is fine, Pinpin saw his family that is fine, and now they have a new member into their family, and everybody is happy. Yeah, Lady Echo's just, what the hell? But then we saw the last member of the family, Eleli, running towards the whole family. And that is one of the warmest moments that I have seen so far. Man, when I saw them together, I was just so happy in this moment. It was just such a happy moment for me. Man, such a joy, because yeah, this family deserves to be happy. Such a joy that I felt in that moment. Man, such a cute moment, such a heartwarming moment. I love that. But of course, this is when things turned for the drama. While they were trying to run and catch Eleli, because yeah, she ran away from the rest of the group, Hugo said, okay, we don't have any more options but to follow her. He goes, creates a portal, and before Amalia could react, because she was thinking that the fake Ruel knocks her out, and of course has a small discussion with Atura. He transforms into his original being, what I assume is the original being, of course, and just takes Amalia's place and throws Amalia into a portal. So far, I didn't know what was going on and what was the intention of this creature by transforming himself into Amalia, sorry. We saw the scene of the reunion, of course, the happy moment, and then we saw Amalia alone into this, well, in the middle of this giant portal, what I assume was the portal for the God dimension, and we saw Oropo going down and kind of being happy to see Amalia. So far, I did not understand what was going on. He just goes down, grabs Amalia, and said, "Oh boy, more shipping drama. Now we have Oropo trying to flirt with Amalia because he's in love, or I don't know. I assume that he was in love. The way he was speaking to her, oh boy, now we have competition for Hugo. Good lord, this is awful." And yes, he holds her, pulls her up, and kisses her. Amalia is kind of shocked at the beginning, but kind of in the end kind of giving into the kiss too. And I was so mad with Amalia in that moment, because yeah, come on, you have Hugo there, don't do that to me. I don't know if it was perhaps in that moment I thought, oh, perhaps because I don't know, Hugo reject her and she's hurt and she wants to kind of a rebound. I don't know. I was trying to justify Amalia. Yes, I know. Perhaps because I want my ship to be alive. And this is kind of, oh, I'm going to make Hugo jealous and yeah, all of that, even though he is not there. That's what I thought for a moment. And then, of course, she's kind of shocked still, but she wants to see the face of Oropo. Again, for curiosity. In this moment, oh boy, we're going to see the face. She starts to pull back the rope. And she said something so shocking that I am still not sure what the hell is going on. She wasn't looking at anybody else. She was looking straight towards Oropo. But she said, Hugo. And I lost it in that moment. You saw my reaction. Jeez, what the hell? What the fuck was going on in that moment? I was in complete shock. I had no idea what to think. I had no idea what to interpret of this. I am not sure. I'm still trying to find an explanation of that last line of this episode. Why did she say Hugo? Is somebody that looks like Hugo? Is another heliotrope? Because yeah, I think thanks to this episode, I think I can confirm my theory that actually Oropo is an heliotrope. But why? Why she said his name? Why she said Hugo? Is she really just projecting Hugo's face into this guy? That's why she kissed him? That's why perhaps she enjoyed... Because yeah, she didn't kiss him. He kissed her. But that's why perhaps she's projecting Hugo into this guy. And this is kind of a similar looking guy. And she's projecting this because she doesn't want to betray Hugo. Is it a clone? Kilby did some weird experiment on Hugo while he was asleep? I am certain of nothing. My head is going crazy just thanks to that last word that was spoken. I have no idea what is going on, but I genuinely want to see this episode, the next episode, just right now. The temptation of just watching it after I finished recording the last one was just so great. No, I said, no, I need to prepare my commentary, I need to hold back, but perhaps, and the most probable thing I'm going to end up doing is watching it just after I finish this commentary. So yeah, because I cannot wait to see what the hell is going on. It's way too much for my brain to process. So yeah, I'm going to wait for the next episode. So yeah, that's why perhaps I want to make a short commentary. And yes, short commentary for me is 20 minutes. 20 something minutes of commentary. So yeah, a very intriguing episode. A very exciting episode. And again, thanks to the topic, it's weird for me to say such an intense episode without a battle. Unless you count the battle of wills between the baby and Oropo. Oh yes, there are some other details I want to speak about before finishing the video, because yes, there is not much to say. Some of the animation in this episode was epic, but not the flashy moments of the animation. The exasperate look on Oropo, well, not look, face of Oropo, the exasperated movement of Oropo was something that shocked me as how well animated it was. Because yes, we have to remember that the eyes are what we saw first when we trying to emote something. I know this because I study kind of acting while I was in high school, and I keep studying while I was in university. I studied I took some acting classes while I was in high school, and when I was in university I took some classes of this, even though it has nothing to do with my major. I took some acting classes because I enjoy acting, I really do. I like acting. And the easiest way for you to connect with the audience is thanks to the eyes and thanks to the tone of voice. If you want to hide your face because of the character demands that, it's pretty hard to emote with just your mouth. Unless it's some really, really exaggerated moment, yeah, it's pretty hard to emote just with your mouth. Not saying anything, and I mean just emoting with your mouth. It's pretty hard because you don't see the eyes. What the animators did with Oropo was exasperated because again, we only saw this from Oropo. We only saw this. was unbelievable. You could feel the exasperated moment. You could feel the relief in his face. That animation moment, that short animation moment was so jarring to me. Well, not jarring, was so amazing because the animators did something incredible here, something that is hard for an actor. So yes, kudos to the animators who did that. And it was from the storyboard. I think it's more from the animation than the storyboard in this case. But yes, that was an amazing animation moment. Something so small really struck very hard to me. It was amazingly well done. Anyway, yeah, that was the last topic I want to speak about in this episode. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did, but I want to see the next one. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for your attention, and, well, see you on the next one. Bye. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video, and yes, thank you so much for your attention, guys. And as always, if you want to leave a comment, that will help me a lot more. If you want to give me a like, that will help me even more to get on the top of the recommendation for YouTube. And if you want to share this video, that will help me even more. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.